What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here today with the review from Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta Season 4, Episode 3. The episode was titled Word in the how I bit my tongue. Word in the Streets. You guys, sorry if this video is late. I was watching the verses with Ashanti and Keisha Cole, ghetto as hell, but I had a good time. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section below. We'll discuss it next week in a week's side of topics because that video has already been recorded. But let's go ahead and jump into this episode, shall we? All right, you guys. So the episode, it started where the last one left off. You guys remember Deb was telling everybody that she was a Trump supporter. Damn, I said his name. A you-know-who supporter. I'm with Lily on this situation. The man is hateful as fuck. He's ignorant. He didn't have no fucking reason to be nothing whatsoever to be the president of the United States. And even Drea said it in her interview with the producers that, Mr. Grab him by the pussy. And that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, so you are okay with the fact that this man said it's okay to grab a woman by the pussy. You're a woman, Deb, so you just want some random man just to walk up to you and just grab you by the pussy because you know who said grab him by the pussy. Like, he's rude and disrespectful as fuck. This is something else that came from Lee. He's rude and he's disrespectful as fuck. So then I also started to figure out why Deb supports the man, because she's talking about, her money and everything. I'm like, that's what it is. You like those tax breaks that he got for the rich, while, the rich got richer and the poor got poorer. And actually, since we're talking about the rich got richer and the poor got poorer, let's throw in this scene, because I was trying to figure out where I was going to throw it in at. This scene with Drea when she met up with Teresa, Bow Wow's mom. So Teresa was asking, her how did the luncheon go, and that's when she said she told them that she was a supporter of President Cheeto Face. Drea's words, not mine. You know who. And so she was like, "Really? Was she joking?" Girl, no, she wasn't joking. She was dead ass motherfucking serious about that shit. And Teresa was like, when it comes down to him, he's only for himself and the rich getting richer. Like, I don't want the rich to get richer. I want the poor to get richer as well. And I'm like, finally. Like, God, put stuff out there so that wealth can go around. But yeah, who was all about himself. So Drea and them gonna want to get together with Deb and try to give her intervention, child. I'll see how that goes. So then we later see Deb. So Deb went to the studio and Johnny was in the studio working on some music. I will say the songs that they played that they were playing, great songs, love them. If you guys know, excuse me, y'all, let me know, because I don't. I know at one point Johnny Blaze did deactivate her Instagram. Let me know in the comment section if she's got her Instagram back up, and let me know what the handle is so I can go follow her, because I really like Johnny. I think her music, she's incredibly talented. So they talk about what happened with Johnny and, her not coming to the luncheon. She had a panic attack and she deals with depression and anxiety. And this episode was brought on because of, her thing. Honestly, Johnny was in her head and just thinking about a lot of things. And I think a lot of us probably do that, because I do that sometimes myself. I look at myself, I'm like, I'm 31 years old. I haven't accomplished half of the things that I want to accomplish. Like, I've always wanted to do music. I love music. Love music. It's who I am. It's a part of my core. And I haven't done anything with my music in years. It's so funny. I have a cousin, and, it was the year that my grandmother died, 2013. And she came over to my grandmother's house. I don't know how I've saw my cousin sporadically over the years, but very few people in my family know that I've played music. And she came up to me and, she hugged me. And when I hugged her and I went to sit back down, she was like, get back up. She gave me she embraced me again, and she was like, oh, she was like, she said I feel it. And I was looking at my mama. I'm like, what's going on with her? And my mama said, just calm. She said, don't pay it. She was like, it's all right. And then my cousin said, she said, I know you probably think I'm crazy. I'm like, a little bit. And she was like, no. She's like, I see it. And I'm like, what do you see? And I asked her, I'm like, what do you see? And she was like, I see you doing music. I'm like, huh? I'm like, where'd that come from? She's like, it just hit me. Like, I see you doing something with music. And I was like, really? You see me doing something with music? And my mom was like, oh, she was like, my mama had this look on her face because my mom always knew that I loved music. And I'm like, did you say? And I asked, and I was looking at my mama. She was looking at me. I'm like, and my mom said, I didn't say nothing to her. Because I thought my mom had said something to her. She was like, I didn't say anything to her. She said, yep, your mama didn't tell me anything about you playing music or anything. She's like, I just, it was just, I felt it on you. And I had to tell you that eventually, you're going to get back into it. And the funny thing is, it is crazy. This was 2013 and we're in 2020. And you guys see me looking off to the side. I would turn my camera around, but the studio is not organized right now. But there is, like the microphones that they have in the studio when they record. I have one of those right there. And I'm actually in the process of getting ready to buy me a alto saxophone, which is the instrument that I play. I'm gonna buy me a keyboard because I want to play that, and I'm gonna buy a bass guitar because I want to learn to play the bass guitar. And we're gonna get this music thing on and popping. So it's coming to fruition, but it's just. But going back to what I was saying is, I've looked at my life. Like, I'm 31. I did graduate college with my degree, but I'm not doing anything close to what I envisioned for myself going into college and then coming out of college. I knew it wasn't my dream to work a 9 to 5. I always wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to be a business owner. And I just, in the early part of the 2000s, and because I graduated high school in 2007, graduated college in 2013. So at that time, especially in 2007, me coming out of high school, wanted to be an actor and wanting to do music. And my mom told me at that time, which, times have changed, because, at that point in 2007, yes, social media was around, but it wasn't like it is now. You had Facebook in the early stages, MySpace in the early stages, YouTube early stages, and I didn't know how I would make things happen. So I went to school, got a degree, so that I would have something to fall back on if, none of the stuff that I wanted to do ever panned out. So I know where Johnny's coming from, needless to say. And the thing with Johnny is very talented. She plays 6 instruments. She plays 6 instruments. Which does she play? I think I've tweeted to her before I asked her what she played, but she didn't. I don't know if she saw my tweet. I know she plays the piano. I would love to know what else she plays. So when I start back playing, I know how to play the keyboard just a little bit. She plays 6, I play 2. Actually, no. I play 3. I forgot I play 3 instruments because I know how to play the clarinet. I know how to play the alto saxophone. I vaguely know the keyboard. I know the scales on that. And then if I play the bass guitar, that'll be 4. So she'll have 2 on me. And the thing with Johnny is, like I said, Johnny, amazing. She's a great singer. She plays the instruments, But the thing with Johnny is it's really her reputation. It does precede her, unfortunately. Now, as far as in the love department, I'm not gonna speak on that because everybody deserves love, no matter what they've been through. But I really, for Johnny, I just want her to seek help. I know it's frowned upon in our community, but she definitely should seek some help. And that's all I'll say. And let's move on. All right, you guys, this is going to be so short. Bow Wow. One much with him in this episode. Speaking of Bow Wow, he is just so ignorant. Because I want to pull this up. Didn't he have his Houston? Okay. Because he was just in Houston. I mean, in the middle of fucking COVID. So Bow Wow says Houston mayor hates him following concert criticism. After a continuous Twitter exchange, Bow Wow and Mayor Sylvester Turner shared kind words like gentlemen. Rapper actor Shaw Moss, better known as Bow Wow, faced some sharp criticism this weekend after footage of him recently performing in a packed Houston nightclub circulated on social media. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner called out the rapper after the video, which showed a large crowd, virtually none wearing masks amid the coronavirus pandemic, enjoying Bow Wow on the mic at the H-Town Club Clee. First of all, why are niggas going to the clubs in the middle of COVID? It just doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Now on Twitter, Turner said Bow Wow's events in the city are on our radar, and neither Houston nor any Texas city should be allowed to be a venue for concert promoters outside of this state, because clubs and bars are allowed to reclassify as restaurants. Only legitimate restaurants should be open at this time. I was just about to say, we have not. Well, I don't even know what stage we are in Texas, because I know the bars. I know the bars are open, but they're open at a certain capacity, which doesn't make any fucking sense here. He also told area clubs to expect visits. Stay safe. The mayor of Houston hates my guts. This is from Bow Wow. I can't believe I get this blame for a whole weekend. This is ridiculous. Well, nigga, if the shoe fits, wear the motherfucker. So, Bow Wow, in this episode, he's in the studio with Pimpin' and BT comes in. I don't know why they felt the need to talk about Angela and who she's with. What the fuck they got to do with the price of tea in China? Because that's literally all that shit was about Angela and her new dude. Why are we talking about it? What they got to do with Bow Wow? Bow Wow and Angela ain't together. Even Bow Wow said it himself. He and Angela not together. He can't be what Angela wants, which means Bow Wow wants to be a hoe. That's all it is. He don't want to be in a relationship with nobody because he wants to go out and sleep with different women. Basically is what he was saying. So then, Pimpin' is talking about how him and Diamond have broke up with one another because of, issues over trust in a relationship. Shall we move on? All right, you guys, let's talk about Diamond real quick. You guys, has Diamond always been that small? I'm not, shaming her or anything, but has she always, I don't think Diamond has always been that small. She looks really frail. Man, thinking back of the days when Diamond was in Crime Mob, Nook if you buck, Nook if you book, Nook if you book. Jumping off from on the stage, throwing bows like Johnny Cage. All my niggas throwing rise, knocking down them barricades. Or stilettos, pumps in the club. Whoever thought that these girls were getting crumb? Stilettos, pumps in the club. Whoever that these... We rockin' stilettos, ho. We rockin' stilettos, ho. We rockin' stilettos. Yeah, those... I'm aging myself. But yeah. Those were some of the hits, from the day, or rock your hips, and that song was literally Diamond and Princess. Whatever happened to her? I hadn't saw her in a long time. But Diamond, man, I used to love Diamond. I always thought Diamond was gonna blow up. Like I was expecting that. Oh, now at one point, Diamond. At one point, I remember Diamond and Soldier Boy was supposed to be on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, but Scrappy them put a stop to that. Scrappy them did not want her. I know Scrappy didn't want her on the show at that time. Then Diamond and Soldier Boy was supposed to go to Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, but he went without her. Diamond gets fucked up about her niggas. No shade. I ain't trying to be funny, but she's gotten fucked up about the dudes that she was with in the past. And doesn't look like it's changing that much. So we see her and she's talking to Brad on the phone, and she's telling Brad that she has found a venue for her album release party. And she invites Brad, and you guys know Brad is not really feeling the whole COVID situation. So Brad is like, she's a bit apprehensive about it. And we see that Brad and Diamond have this sort of big sister, little sis relationship with one another. You know, Diamond said that when Brad was in prison, she would write to her. And they just, like I said, they had this relationship. She looked up to her. Brad would give her advice and stuff like that. So then Brad asks, how is she and Pimpin'? And, Diamond tells her that they are not together, that it was really bad. And at this point, he's telling her that he's going to pull the record and she's not going to be able to put it on her album. And she needs for him to sign the split sheets so that way she has the clearance to put it on the album. So then we do see Diamond. She goes to her venue and Remarkable shows up. And they just talk about, the venue that she's using, very nice. I will say that. So, Remarkable tells her that, she wants for Chevy to get in the studio with Pimpin', and then Diamond lets her know the situation that's going on with she and Pimpin', how they fell out, and now he wants to snatch her track from her. And then we do see Diamond. She went down to the studio where Pimpin' was to get him to sign, the split sheets. And, he's asking her, do you miss me? She was like, I do miss the friendship. He was like, I don't mean the friendship, you miss the relationship. And Diamond is like, I miss the friendship because, we vibe well, we smoke, we this, we that. But as far as the relationship, you are a different person. So he eventually signs the split sheets for her. And, then she asked him, did he have sex? And I was confused. I was like, why do you keep asking this question? He said, well, I got my dick sucked. She's like, you got your dick sucked? You didn't even fuck the bitch? I'm like, Diamond, why do you care? If y'all are not together, why are you asking this question? Didn't make sense to me. Let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap this episode up nicely with a bow because I got some shit to get off of my chest. So Tammy and Walker, we see them go out to dinner with each other. And, I guess quarantine has made Walker very horny. And, they talk about Deb. He tells Tammy that Deb supports who. And Tammy was like, say what? Come again? Nah, you can't be. Like, Deb, there must be something wrong with her. Like, I got to go check on him. So Tammy does go and see Deb. And, she says, so word on the street is that you support who. And Deb was like, yeah, I do support who. And Tammy was like, why? She says, because he's a businessman. And Tammy said, he's a bigot. I'm like, thank you. The man is a bigot. The man is a racist. The man is misogynistic. The man is, what else can I say about the man? Racist, misogynist, homophobe, xenophobe. Anything that you can think of, the man is it. So, Tammy was started to speak facts to Deb because she was like, he has those kids in the cages and I'm half Latin and I already don't rock with him on that. Now, Deb did say one thing that I did agree with. The man did not need to be president. I will agree with her on that one thing. So then Tammy is like, he doesn't even support Black Lives Matter. He vilified the hell out of Black Lives Matter. And, but when it came down to the cops, when we protest, it's back to blue. We got to support our cops. We got to support them. But Now here's where Deb had me fucked up and pissed off. Because Deb is like, they talk about Black Lives Matter, but what about black on black crime? And I was like, oh my God, here we go with this dumbass logic. Like, I hate on social media, because that's what I've been dealing with and that's one of the reasons why my last Twitter got deleted, and and then the one that I have now, I've gotten into it with some people about that. I'm like, that is the dumbest fucking logic. Stop talking about what about black on black crime. Stop saying that. It's not real. Black on black crime is not real. I want y'all to know that it's not real. It is not real. Like, literally, the shit is not real. And, Tammy also said we're not safe with him. We weren't. But let's backtrack to the black on black crime. And I'm actually done with my notes. But let's just backtrack to that black on black crime thing. That is what they always want to bring up to try to defend, them coming after Black Lives Matter in a way to not be racist. When they say, well, what about black on black crime? Well, like I said a few minutes ago, black on black crime is not something that's even remotely real. Crime is crime, no matter how you want to slice it or dice it. Crime is crime. It is. Now, is there an issue with us killing each other? Absolutely. There 100% is an issue with us in our community taking our own life, us killing each other. There's absolutely an issue with that, and we can deal with that issue. But first, we need to deal with the issue of these racist ass cops that, racism isn't something that you learn. It's something that's taught in the household, in the home. They teach that shit to the kids. You don't just learn to be a racist, you are taught that. Same difference, so to speak. But that's something that is taught. You're not born racist. You're not born racist. It's something that the parent teaches to the child. They teach the kids to be racist, and then you have them go out and become cops. And then you got these cops who are afraid of black people. So when they pull over a black person, they ready to pull their trigger. They trigger happy and ready to shoot them for no fucking reason. Like, that's the problem that I have. And then Deb is all, I love what Tammy was saying to Deb, because, she's talking about you got black people getting beat up. Let's speak more and let's go deeper. And let's talk about it in Atlanta. When the George Floyd situation happened, those two kids, they got pulled over by the cops and pulled out by the cops for no reason. Those two college kids did nothing, but the cops pulled them out of their car and guns drawn. The fuck? Explain that, Deb. And then back to the black on black crime. Like Tammy said, black people kill each other. Like I said before, that is something that we need to work on in our community. Definitely something we need to work on in the community. White people kill each other. White people kill each other all the time. But you don't ever hear nobody say, what about white on white crime? What about white on white crime? What about that? You never hear anybody say anything about white on white crime. White on white crime. Latino people kill each other. Asian people kill each other. But you never hear anything about that, huh? But anytime they want to say something about black people, it's always the black on black crime situation. Make it make sense to me, Deb. Like, I just don't get it. And then let me go one deeper for you. Let me go one deeper for you, and I get it. She did explain, about losing her kids, and I empathize with her for that. I couldn't imagine what that's like. But let me go one deeper for you, Deb. I'm gonna go one deeper, and I'm gonna be done with this video, and we're gonna wrap it up. Gotta catch my breath. So, you talk about Black Lives Matter. Excuse me. You talk about Black Lives Matter, but do you not see the parallel between Black Lives Matter and what happened at the Capitol 2 weeks ago? Do you not see the parallel? The parallel is there was a bunch of white people who went and stormed the Capitol. The cops let them in. The cops didn't attack them. Those people went there in plans to hang Mike Pence. They wanted to get Nancy Pelosi, and God knows what they were going to do to her. They probably were going to kill her. But they went there with the intent to hurt, harm and potentially kill people, but the cops didn't do shit to them. The cops didn't mace them, pepper spray them, shoot rubber bullets at them, beat them with them clubs, sick the dogs on them. They didn't do none of that shit. But the Black Lives Matter protesters who are peacefully protesting ain't did a lick of shit, beaten, battered, and bruised. Some might be dead. So make that shit make sense to me, Deb, please. Again, I don't care if you support you know who. That's your prerogative. That is your prerogative. And Deb also said earlier in the episode that she don't give a fuck what people think. Obviously, Deb, you do give a fuck what people think. Because if you didn't give a fuck what people think, you would have never mentioned it to people. You would have kept it to yourself. That lets you know right there, I'm going to support him and I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. But obviously you gave a damn about what people thought about you supporting you know who. But that's going to wrap it up for me, you guys. Be sure to like this video, leave your comments in the comment section below. Hit that bell notification button so you guys are aware of when I drop a thing. Else, get down in the description bar, go check out my affiliate link, go check out, what else? My planner channel, subscribe to that one. I keep saying I'm going to put a video up. The video is coming soon, you guys. It is coming soon. And that's it, you guys. This episode worked me up at the end because of Deb, but it is what it is. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the week's hottest topics. That has already been recorded. So there won't be anything about the verses sitting there. And I'm not going to make a special video for it tonight. I'm tired. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Bell Collective and for Life After Lockup. Hope you guys have a great one, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.